Hello, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, tell a friend. Okay, so on the docket today, we have 90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Season 6, Episode 8, Misunderstood. Mm, mm, mm.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do with these people. With
Bless
some of them.
you.
Thank you. I have no clue what to do with some of them. I just
Some
don't
of them
get
are a
it.
bit irritating, aren't they? I thought it was just me being
I
old and cranky.
no, I'm just looking at these people like, why are you here? You can leave now.
Oh dear.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel about some of them. Just like, why are you here?
The only good thing about this episode to me is that Tyree wasn't on it.
Yeah, that's just sad. And there's nothing like I don't want to be rooting like for you because I pity you. Um, and the thing with Tyree is this: the sad part is like even his own sister is like, "Look, what are you doing?" When your own family's looking at you crazy, it's kind of like, you should get a clue here. But he's
And
not
his
on this episode's.
mom. I know. Even
Yeah,
his mom, who's had a stroke, and like all of these things happen to her. It's like she's just like, what? Now, that was the most genuine expression of confusion I have ever seen on this show. And bravo to her, because it echoed everything I was saying with him. Oh my God. Anywho, which numbnut are we starting with first?
oh, we'll start with the really forgettable, Amanda. I, okay, here's the thing. I want
Amanda
your
and
opinions.
Razvan.
So
But he did have a memorable part, though.
he did, but like, okay, here's the thing with these two. It's quite interesting. She's jealous for any woman, like any woman, but you're
Mhm.
really not trying to get close to him. I'm like, okay, that makes no sense. He buys her a bikini. It was nice, and she's very entitled. I'm like, you're
But do you notice that
really
she didn't
entitled.
even look at it before she said that's not my style? She did
Mm.
not look up. She just automatically said, I don't wear tops like that. Girl, I hate her. I
I
hate
mean,
her.
and so he's looking at her like, so I bought this for you, so you want to go take it? You want to take it back? So yes. I'm like, you're just so entitled. Like, just say
Mm-hmm.
thank you. Just say thank you and wear it, and then when you go home, give it away. That's all you do. But she's just so ungrateful. It's ridiculous. So he was telling her like, this other suit is what I picked for you originally, but the shop keeper, when I was telling her about you, said no, go with this one, and she's all like, and she basically called him a liar. I'm like, wow. And then the shopkeeper confirmed, like, no, like he's telling the truth. I'm like, oh, yeah, I don't really
Mm-hmm.
like you.
Mm-hmm.
Then, so her actions with him are annoying because if you notice, it's like they heard two different conversations. He thought he was gonna be blowing her back out as soon as she got to Romania. And she's like, "Oh no, it's too soon." Like my husband, I understand grieving, and people grieve at different paces. I completely understand that, but that can't be your storyline and excuse for everything. It's either you're grieving your husband or it's your children.
If
So
you're
why?
grieving your husband, you not out in a foreign country looking for dick on a people TV show. So fuck all the way off, girl. But okay. But I was down for the blood on the sword, though. That was a good one.
He is a whole mess,
I love him. I'm Team Razvan. I don't care how much of a scammer or
but he's not
a
scamming though. That's the thing.
I
He's
don't
not
care. He
scamming.
could have been scamming though. He
Okay, okay, I got
could have
you.
been. I'd have still been on his side because that's how much Amanda has made me not like her. Hi
I
everybody
mean,
in the chat. Hello, hello, hello.
and the funny thing is,
Uh-huh.
he hasn't asked her for anything, and she's still mad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how are you still mad? And he hasn't asked you for anything. He's being patient with you. He's not trying to be these kids' daddy. He's like, nah, we ain't doing all that. But you're upset.
Mm-hmm.
You're angry.
Got a job, got a place for her to stay rent free while she's there, apply for his own tourist visa so that he can come and see where she lives and get to know her and her family. He's pacing himself with regards to her children. He's trying to be understanding with her because she's a widow. He's trying to be patient with her irrational jealousies. Like you said, it's contradictory. Um, yeah, he gonna need to get something. And I
Uh,
find that she treats him like a bad servant. Like, it's like, when are
yeah,
you doing this coffee? Why aren't you doing this? Why do you have this kind of coffee maker? I don't know. I think she put me off from the time she told him in the first episode that he smell.
mm,
I don't know. I can't. Wait, she is projecting that he's not ready when it's really her. Yep. Amanda doing too much. She needs to go home. Uh-huh. She should have never left home. She acts like a brat. She's emotionally immature. Oh, no need to be sorry about being late. We accept all latecomers here because we're always late too. Sorry, y'all.
but here's the thing: if you're like you said, if you're grieving, why would you even go? And then number two,
Mhm.
if you're grieving, why would you even entertain this man?
Yeah, why'd you get into a conversation with him
Right.
on wherever she met him? Amanda
Now, who
needs
was
to
she
go
talking
home
to on the
grieve and help her
phone?
children grieve.
Was
Her
that her sister?
sister, Amber.
Okay,
That was the
okay,
sister because she was ragging him out to the sister.
right. But did you see her? She's a girl. He was hot online. What is wrong with you? I was like, well, Amber, like,
Amber
I
ain't
mean,
grieving.
no.
Amber ain't grieving. Amber know a good piece of D when she see it. I
And her
don't
sister was
know.
like, what? Her sister was like, what is wrong with you? I was like, well,
But the sister has a point. You picked up, you left your children, and you went
mm-hmm,
all the way over there. You know you was going to get some. You was talking about marriage or engagement or something like that. Remember when they were at the salon? It was like she
mm-hmm,
was coming back engaged. So in my mind, I'm assuming you gonna be fucking.
right.
So what's the big holdup now? And I'm glad that she met Razvan because I hate when women say, "I had my period." That basically only works with a Muslim, and I bet you half of them don't care anymore. I'm sorry. Men will be men, and they'll just wipe it off afterwards.
It's so messy.
But well, it can be if you're a heavy flower, but it's a guarantee not gonna get you pregnant. I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with having intercourse on your flow.
I mean, I think she's just looking for any excuse not to sleep with him. I'm not understanding why.
Thank you, Erica. I feel a bit better. I still have a bit of a cough, but I don't sound like rough. Well, as rough as I have been the past couple of weeks. But thank you. Oh my gosh. So yeah, she was annoying. I don't like her scenes, and I find something else to do.
Yeah, she's not entertaining. She doesn't add anything.
Mm-mm.
I kept hoping that Razvan would run off with the whatchamacallit, with the shopkeeper, but it didn't happen.
Hold on. Erica says Amanda got with her husband when she was 19. She doesn't know how to adult on her own, but she know how to be a bossy, ungrateful bitch on her own though. Because I feel she used to run her husband, and she trying to run Razvan, and Razvan is like, that might have worked with him, but it ain't working with me.
Yeah, no. I just don't like
Mm-mm.
her for the simple fact that how can I put it? She There's nothing joyful with her.
Mm.
There's nothing light about her. Her sister Amber, like there's a lightness to her. Like like I say, grieving aside, like we just said, if you're grieving, why even put yourself through this?
Crazy Cat Mama said many men are willing to do a bloody battle.
Well,
Amanda must be no auntie. That girl Amber is her
it's her
sister,
sister, the one who
and
calls her
she had
out.
a sister die too, right around the same time as her husband.
Something like that.
Yeah, she got other siblings. She's just a brat. I think somebody else said it in the chat. She's a brat. Her husband must have spoiled her. Yep. Yep. Amanda sampled a good child. Let me tell you, Razvan would be a buffet. He, he would be a buffet. And I feel she's like using excuses because how on the first night you gonna give that man a Hoover size hickey and then not want to suck any place else? I'm just saying. But whatever. But if he had told her when she said I'm on my period, and he told her, well then get down and give me some head, he'd have been hella wrong. Like I just don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, I'm just being too biased. I'm Team Razvan. I don't care.
Oh, it's just America
Whatever.
is so unlikable, and he is so likable. It's like,
He
why?
is. He is. Going back for seconds. Yes, Auntie. We'll be bringing our Tupperware to that buffet. Tupperware and tinfoil.
Not the tinfoil. Not the tinfoil. Ooh, you bring a
Yeah.
good. You bringing a good Tupperware too with lids and everything.
No, I'm bringing the believe it's not butter. That's my Tupperware.
You're such a mess. We didn't spend
Oh
too much
my
time on
god.
these folks. Who next? Can we do the other useless people? Misha and what's his name? Nicola.
Look at what Ryan says. She feels she marked her claim with the hickey, but that's all she feels obligated to do. She a lazy fuck. That you got a point there, Ryan. You know what? He don't need her. Cause she gonna be one of them bitches that's just gonna lie there and not even cock up her foot or nothing. He gonna have to do all the work. And she's still gonna be there. She ain't even gonna come and nothing like that. That's all she gonna do. That's why he should just whack off in her face and let her drown in it.
So basically, what you're saying is he just needs to. So basically, what you're saying is he can just cut a hole in the mattress and be done.
Basically, she a bum bitch. Oh, I just don't like her. Razvan could do so much better. Where's Amber? Bring her over here.
Yeah, you know who I would look. Nah, that would be too messy. Never mind. I would say, you know what? How we bring Avery over? Because we know Avery's down.
Avery, which Avery? Ain't
Ash
she
and Avery.
married? Ashley?
Oh no,
Who? Which one?
Avery. The one. Remember Ash, the Australian, and Avery, the hippie chick.
Oh,
You know,
yes.
you know she would be down.
I was thinking the other Avery that married the dentist. I was like, wait,
No,
we
no,
want
no,
to break
no.
up her wedding?
No, no, no. We
Oh,
love them. We love them. We had to
oh,
protect them.
okay.
We had to protect them at all costs. But no, we talking about Avery, who loves her weed.
I'm just,
You know she'd have been took
I
that.
can't.
She'd have
I
been had that. She'd
can't.
have had Razvan on the floor in the bathroom stall.
Oh my God, that'd have been good. We should do a dating show of broken up 90-day fiance people,
Okay, that would be hilarious, and we would pick the
and we
matches.
would match them.
We will
Yeah,
match it. This is where TLC went wrong. We gonna fix this for you. We got you. We watched all the shows. We got you. We got
we just gonna eliminate certain people like
you. Oh,
No
for
Man,
sure.
Angela, um, Baby Goat Lisa, Kimberly.
Usman can't come back.
Who?
Usman, we can't have
Usman?
Usman.
For jokes. Yeah. Usman and Michael. We would tag team them up as a Nigerian connection.
No, what we would do is they would be on the panel. They would help us match the other people.
No, because then they would want to get with the
That's true
contestants.
too. That's
Yeah,
fair.
so might as
That's
well
fair.
just put them in the pool.
Right.
Okay, who you say you wanted to talk about next? Sorry, y'all. Let me change this. Who we
The
talking about?
next the next readables, Meisha and Nicola.
Oh my God. She's getting gaslit though. For real, for real, for real.
And even his friend can't go along with him. And and this is why I always tell people when you are doing some bum shit and
Mm-hmm.
even your friends can't co-sign it, you need to take a step back and look at some things.
Yeah.
Man, even his friend said you need to like focus on what Meisha, well, how to make Meisha comfortable. Like, what's going to make Meisha comfortable? And he got mad and took it out on Meisha. And I'm looking at Meisha like, leave.
Because he's a narcissist. He can't see beyond himself. And it kills me because he trying to come across like he know all these things about a relationship, but his dumbass ain't never been in a relationship. And
Y'all, just so you know,
he's jealous of a
Erica said it.
cat.
Right.
Well,
Erica said
how
it,
the
y'all.
hell did Nicola ever convince himself and Meisha that he's the prize in the relationship? This man is delusional because he's a con artist. He's a grifter. That's what his whole website is about. And that's how he lured her in. And don't forget, he got her 7 years ago when she was like in some big
Right.
crisis, epiphany, something like that. So he's been grooming this girl and got her grooming so good she almost got cataracts because she can't see this gremlin that she with, this Beelzebub that she with. And thank God she got 2 children, 2 girls that's looking at her going, these are the requirements. He can't preach to us. You might want to get up in all of that, but we're not here for it. And you need to do your due diligence.
I want to see what the ex-husband look like. I'm sorry.
He's from Sweden. You know he got to look good. A fucking Viking, and now you going with like this like decrepit piece of like waste
with no job
except hustling people with the Bible,
fishes all day, and prays to the rosary. That's all he does.
And scared of his mama. Why are you hiding her from your family?
Right.
Why do you hold what Wasim opinion is more than your family? That's weird. And him saying like it was the biggest red flag for me when he was like, you're marrying me, not my family.
Mm-hmm.
How's it we've been together for, she said it herself, we've been together for 7 years. Everybody I know you. Nobody you know me.
But here's my whole thing though. Another thing I should say. You know she's out of your league. Now, most men I know who look like him and got somebody like her, they'll be parading her around, showing her off. Y'all want the FaceTime?
Not if they insecure. And he's insecure. So he's not letting anybody see her because then she'll see how much better it is on greener pastures.
Debbie, are you saying he's an insecure narcissist?
Yes. Because he doesn't have any relationship experience. He only know how to pull a verse out of the Bible to back up his con. He's a whole fucking grifter, and he's only better behind a computer, behind a keyboard, where he could copy and paste his verse to justify what he trying to scam on people. He got this girl here in front of him, and he doesn't know how to handle it because she got a brain. Nicola is not a good match for anybody unless it's not even a nun, because the nuns got more sense than that. She go from Viking to gargoyle. Yes. Nicola does the bare minimum to make her, but does he make her happy though? Black Lavender, for real, does he make her happy? Because this girl don't look happy this entire trip. And when she told him, I can get anybody to be my tour guide, boom. This man was pissed at her because she was playing with a kitty cat. He was upset. This man is insecure over a kitten. She cannot pay attention to a kitten.
He wants her full attention so he can ignore her. Got it.
And then hide her away in a cupboard so that she can't associate. She's a social person. He don't know how to be social.
That's true.
And it scares him.
Who next? He annoys me.
Don't Nicola live with his mama? Yeah, so he say. He even scamming his mama. I wish my mother would let me live up in her house until 95 years old and I'm not working, saying I'm playing on the fucking computer all day. The fuck? Misha's a great communicator. When she challenges him, you can see the fear in his eyes. Just says, "Be quiet or we'll talk later." He wants a mute, obedient woman with no self-esteem. And he also is conscious that he's on camera and she's showing him up. He's not on the same level of communication with her. He can't counter what she's putting at him. He can't debate. All he's got is these few little random Bible verses, that he throws out. What was the one that annoyed me the most? Oh, Jesus was on the cross and he absorbed. Absorb what? I just can't. I can't with him. I can't. He's an incel hiding behind religion. What you think about that, Jamal?
Yeah, because he uses. I'm going to agree with that because he uses religion as a weapon.
Well, Sunway, he does want to move out from his mom, but how he gonna be explaining that he's moving out and going to a whole different country with who? The invisible person? Like he hasn't even thought this shit out. Cause he's not planning to tell his mom. And I need a receipt. I need to see the text message where he sent it to his brother saying, "I got a woman." The kitten was pretty. And then when Wasim started playing with the kitten, he ain't had nothing to say about that. This man is just juvenile. She's intelligent and smarter than him and and doesn't want her to find out he's a fake. Yep. Very insecure. His house of cards is crumbling. Thank you, 90 Day. Y'all picked a good one this time. Um, I was done when he compared himself to Jesus. Ciao.
Yeah, that was. Oof. I hope people roast him for that.
Yep, that was not good. He wants a sugar mama and not a girlfriend wife. Child, I hope she gets out of it. I hope she gets out of it because that's a cult. Who next?
Who else? We have Sheila, David, Riley, Violet, and it seems to be one more, right? Oh,
Gino.
Julio and Kristen, and Gino and Jasmine.
Oh shit! Hold on. Let me see if I can find Julio. Uh, no, they're the other way.
Who? Which one? Gino and
Julio,
Jasmine on the other way. Julio,
Julio, Julio is the
Julio,
other way.
the other way. Okay, I watched everything at one time. I was trying to catch up on everybody. Okay, so we have what?
Excuse me.
Gino and
Sorry, y'all.
Jasmine.
You want Gino and Jasmine?
This was a real quick
Where
scene.
where they get where they get this therapist from?
Right. When she said like there's a difference between communicating or whatever and insulting. I'm like, do you watch the show? This is what they do. And Jasmine's like, we don't know how to argue. This was a nothing burger, which we knew it was going to be. When she, why is Jasmine keep lying? Oh, Dane's my friend. He's only my friend. But like if it hurts you, Gino, and it'll improve our relationship, I just won't talk to him. Lies. Shut up. Shut up. Stop it. He's your OnlyFans manager. You have to talk to him because he's gonna get 10% either way. No, I don't care about them. I don't care about either one of them because they're giving me nothing. Zero. Nada. This
Hey
was.
Tina.
I
um,
mean, it's the
what did
same
you think about the
complaints.
therapist though? I thought she was a
I
little
didn't.
biased.
I
I
didn't.
thought, and why does she have so many toys in her office? Do she play with them? Did you see the shelves behind her was full of toys?
Well, I'm like, why y'all send it? Why do you send it to a child? I based on the room. I'm only going based on the room. I'm like, did y'all send it to a child psychologist?
Well, maybe Jasmine thinks of Gino as a child. I don't know. They went to a child psychologist with all those toys. Child.
See, okay, well, it wasn't just me. I'm like, this is an awful bright room with toys and books. Like, huh?
Hmm. Can't type but here. Oh, Tina, focus on work. Don't listen to, well, listen to us if you can, but focus on work. We completely understand. Um, she must be a child therapist. I was looking at everything else but them, but what I did vaguely notice was Gino kind of standing up for himself and saying, pointing out, it's when she says stuff like that, like worst sex of my life was with Gino. I don't want nothing to do with that. And when she said, when he said, like, he was like, okay, well, I need to address these things, but she also needs to hold up her end of it. Like he was
Right.
like, saying, okay, I if I acknowledge that I have things that I have to do, some work to do, so should she. It's like both of us in this relationship. I don't think she was holding Jasmine accountable for her behavior.
She coddled Jasmine through the whole thing.
But how long was this session? Because I don't think she could make that kind of determination to pick a side from what we saw.
Right.
You know,
And the therapist, she didn't ask any real like probing questions. Like,
she
where
didn't.
did this ask? Like, to me, a therapist would need to ask both of them, where do you think this animosity started? She did not ask that question. She didn't ask, like, what is it that this person says that hurts you? She didn't ask that question. It was just, it was annoying.
Let me ask y'all a question, because we could have been in her kids' playroom. Did we see a placard that said Dr. So and so? Did we see a certificate from the Universidad of Panama City? Did we see anything? I was too focused on the toys, y'all, but we could have
No,
been in her kids' playroom.
she probably shares the same building as Tyree's private investigator, but who knows?
Oh, Jesus. So we got another production assistant. Okay, then. Okay, then. Who's next?
Is it Sheila and
Do you
David?
want to do Riley and Violet, because they had
Oh,
the
that's right.
shortest segment?
I forgot their segment was so short because neither one were involved. Sorry about that, guys. Here's the thing, Riley. Tiffany is not your family, and Violet made two good key points in my personal opinion. One, this woman's not your family, and you came here, so my family has the right to ask you questions because you're here, you're in our country, you're coming into our home. So I agree with that. Then number
Mhm.
two, she asking like, well, how would you know if I was on a dating app? Like, why do you know that? Again,
Unless you were
another
on it.
point. Exactly, another good point.
Hmm.
So I like the fact that she stood up for herself, and she's I'm not having all this, and I agree. Also, maybe it's just me being old fashioned, but for me, a man really shouldn't yell at a woman.
Well, he
It's just
was
not,
doing that. He
I do
was
not like
doing
that.
that to flex in front of Tiffany. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, I was taught not to do that. Like, when you speak to a woman, you should be calm or walk away.
Black Lavender, you a mess. Stop it.
Because I can tell people, like I say, I don't really get into. I'm not going to yell or scream with a female because the energies are not the same. Because Riley, you should know this as a man, especially a black man. Once your tone rises, you automatically are going to be seen as the bad guy because you're the man, you're bigger, and you will always come off aggressive. Even if the woman is yelling at you, you're still going to be the aggressive one, and that's just the way it is.
Ryan says that Riley lit the fire, then stepped back and watched it burn.
Yeah, he said Violet up. Plain and simple. We know that
He
though.
did. He
We
did.
know that.
But you know what? That's why it backfired spectacularly on him. because he's been talking to her for like a year, 2 years, something like that.
2 years, right?
You think that your friend Tiffany coming on there popping her neck, demanding answers from your supposed girlfriend, and you know how Violet behave. So you thought that these two personalities was going to end well. Good on you. That's what you get for not having enough cojones to ask your own questions because you're
Right.
scared of the answer. You should have never went to Vietnam, in my opinion, Riley.
Nope.
You should have canceled that ticket and used the air credit to go someplace else.
Exactly. Y'all, you went over there knowing y'all had issues, knowing that there was trust issues at the core, and yeah, and nah.
Or has someone to look if she's still on it? Yeah, if they knew that she was still on the app,
No,
why didn't
but he said he saw her on the app.
exactly, why didn't he create a fake profile and hit her up and say, "Hey, my name is Jake and I'm from Utah. I'm a Mormon. Hey now," and see if she responded. If she never responds, then you've got your answer. But they didn't bother to do the work. I guess you have to pay to be on the app or something. And he bone cheap. So you get what you get. You get what you get.
And you were looking, and the thing is with Riley is this: you were looking for problems, and you found it.
Here's the
Point blank
thing. He
period.
picked the wrong woman.
Yes.
He went on that website because he has an Asian fetish and he was looking for a submissive Asian woman that would take all of his bullshit and not run away to the next city from him. That's what he was looking for. He picked the wrong woman in Violet. Violet was probably that in her first marriage, but got sick of it, kicked it to the curb, and she likes being an independent person who speaks up for herself and she's not letting anybody else trample over her, including you and your big feet, Ryan. I mean Riley. I just I don't get it. Anyway, he been a bitch for how many episodes now? I hope this is the end. I hope this is the end. We don't need to see no more of him or his
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah. We good. I think we good on him.
Mm-hmm. We've got Statler, David, and Sheila left. I think those are the last two.
I mean, we can do Statler.
Okay, Statler in Dempsey. She fucked her the first night.
Right.
And Statler fucked Dempsey the first night, even though Dempsey didn't want to do it. And so Dempsey takes her home to her farm where she has a mini house, and the toilet isn't connected to the sewage system, so it's just a decoration for flowers. And Statler all of a sudden is reevaluating her move into this girl's house without telling her plan.
Thank.
Because she got to go across the lawn to go and take a shit.
Hold on. When she said, "I don't know if I could live here like long term," I'm like, "You was never invited." I'm just like, "What? Okay, I guess maybe." I'm like, I mean, this is what happens when you invite yourself to people's houses.
Mm-hmm.
That was a whole mess. I mean, literally a whole mess. You gonna invite yourself to somebody's house and complain? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
But the house was cute. The house was
Yes, the house
cute.
was cute.
I thought it was. I mean, I'm not in it, but for Dempsey living there on her own, that's perfect.
And I was looking at the. I was actually looking at the acreage. I was trying to see. I'm like, how much land do you have?
She got a whole ass farm. Let me tell you, we need to take a tour. I bet you we won't see no neighbors.
And that's important to you.
It is. It is. When you have acreage, I don't want to see no neighbors.
I was looking. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. I know, 'cause I knew she had a farm. I knew all that, but I was like, hold up. And I was like, they was driving. I'm like, hold up. I'm trying to
They
see what.
arrived at night. We couldn't see
I
nothing.
know. I was just trying. I was trying to peep. I'm like, I'm trying to see what you got because I know if you have a
Yeah.
farm and it's a working farm, we know you got acreage.
Did she say what was on her farm? Is it like growing or is it animals? Like what she got going on?
I don't think she told us yet. And I was listening for that too.
Oh, but wait, ain't she a vegan? I bet you she ain't got animals. It's
I bet she's
probably
a I bet she,
crops.
probably crops, right?
Yeah. I don't know. But if you've been talking to this chick, she said for 8 months, right? Like
Hmm.
she didn't realize, like, okay, so if I'm talking to somebody seriously, I'm gonna be like, oh, let me see around your house. Or am I nosy? Because I would want to see around their house. I would want to know if their plumbing is connected.
Hmm.
Like, if all of a sudden we're talking and you say you got to go take a piss or a shit, and you take 15 minutes to come back, I know you didn't go to the next room to use the toilet. You went across the lawn to the other building to go and use the toilet. Like that, I would have to be asking, what took you so long? Were you was it difficult? Was it a hard number 2? I'm gonna need an explanation. But Statler focuses on all the wrong things. Statler been focusing on her crutch for 8 months
Right.
and ain't look or ask a question about anything else.
Nope.
you know so, and it's very telling. And I like Dempsey's smart. Dempsey, like when Statler found out that Dempsey didn't tell her dad about the relationship, Dempsey don't need to tell her dad because y'all ain't that serious. Y'all had never met.
Eh,
Like I was on Dempsey's side. I'm like, this bitch ain't serious.
exactly. And with Statler, I'm like, you complain about everything. I noticed that about her. Everything, and you find things wrong instead of just walking in and say like, okay, this is cool. This is where I'm gonna be staying. No
Hmm.
problem. You want to criticize and nitpick. You smell bugs. Shut up. Stop it.
Well, isn't that from like the formaldehyde that they put them in?
I have no clue what she said. I know exactly what that bug is. It smells like this. I'm like, see, that's your problem.
But here's again another check off box that got me on Dempsey's side. You notice that Dempsey went to all of that trouble to get those real bugs, and they were in the shadow boxes for
Right.
her, and they were like set up like for a bug person,
Yeah.
framed and pinned for a bug person, and they were really exotic bugs. And the gift that Statler got her, and okay, so Dempsey's gift was geared towards Statler, to
Mhm.
her likes, her needs, something that she would genuinely appreciate, and it was unique. Statler just went and got a bug like desk doodad from down at Staples and gave it to Dempsey. Like, why would you do that? She's not into bugs. It just seemed like it was a knickknack that she picked up at the cash register at Staples and said, oh, put that in. Yeah, she'll like that. You know why? Because I like it. Statler is a little bit too self involved for me. As much as she says she's been talking to this girl for 8 months, I don't think she even knows who Dempsey is.
Agreed.
And her
Instead,
main goal was to have sex with her, and that's it. And she got it. She got it. So that's why she started complaining all of a sudden. And I bet you now she's gonna start thinking about the old girlfriend.
right? I'm waiting for the old girlfriend to call.
I'm waiting for Statler to call the old girlfriend.
Oh, well,
You wait and see. She gonna be almost pissing or shitting her pants and complaining, running across that lawn to go and use a real toilet. And in the toilet, she's gonna call the old girlfriend and say, "So, when we gonna hook up? How much you want to bet?"
I wouldn't be shocked.
Dempsey,
Oh,
run from this girl. Run.
yeah, she's already let you know who she is. Just go.
Mm-hmm. All
Uh,
right.
we have Wayne and Holly. We forgot about them.
Wayne and Holly is the other way.
See, this is why I don't watch them together like this. I always mix them together. And I think what it is, I'm more invested in the other way. Because that's why I'm kind of putting them together to have something
Yep.
interesting to talk about. Because these people ain't it. Oh, but hey Sheila, hey David, nice to see you.
This was interesting to me. This was interesting to me. And I talked about this with Heidi and Danny either Monday or Tuesday night on Heidi's channel. Um they was not feeling Sheila and her reaction and being jealous and all of that, right? But I saw a different side to it. Yes, she is jealous of the young lady who is the translator.
Mm-hmm.
But think about it. David has just arrived. He is basically her future for her and
Right.
her child and her family because it's giving her the opportunity to get out of where she's at, make a better life for herself and her child in America, and then send back for her family back home.
Right.
So now he's bringing in a translator. And I wonder if she knew about the translator beforehand. It's just a coincidence that she's a woman because that flares up the jealousy. But then when you're thinking about it, she is she's already prepared herself to bring David to her home and these cameras. Now she's bringing a stranger who happens to be a woman who can
Mm-hmm.
actually communicate with her boyfriend better than she
Mm-hmm.
can
Right.
and can do it in two different languages. And she's bringing this stranger who can speak with her boyfriend to see the dilapidated ghetto mess where she lives. She had not prepared herself for that.
Right.
So that's why she had the little meltdown in the talking head segment. And
And
I
to be
felt
real,
bad for her.
I did, and I feel bad. I feel bad because I agree with what you're saying, and to compound it, in
Mhm.
her mind, she might think that this woman who's an interpreter is
Mhm.
someone David will be interested in because they can communicate
Exactly.
better.
Yep.
She has a very good job. She's doing well for herself.
Mhm. Okay, so Sheila and David are the MVPs. I love this couple. They're a real love. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. But the interpreter, I think the interpreter was judging Sheila a little bit harsh. Yes, I do believe she needs to know more than three signs in 2 years of talking with David.
Hmm.
However, not everybody is has an ear for or a hand for languages.
Right.
This woman said that she picked up ASL in a month, and then how she purposely corrected um, Sheila in front of David when Sheila said ALS and she said no ASL. Okay. Interpreter, keep your business to yourself. Yes, I agreed with you. I agreed with you. In 2 fucking years, you know that you want this man to be your meal ticket and to be your highway to heaven out of hell. I'd have been like all over the place.
Right. Figuring it
All
out.
over the place. And begging him to teach me and I would have been on the U in the tube trying to learn all of that to secure my meal ticket. But she didn't. She didn't. And so now you can't be jealous. But
Mhm.
in that one situation where it all compounded on top of her and she was bringing that man to her place plus a stranger plus a camera crew and out in the alley where it is their bathroom, and then when he went up into the shanty and he started shaking beams, I was like, don't do that, you
Don't do
might fall
that.
through.
Right.
But I will look. This is where Sheila catches me back. This is where Sheila catches me back, and I got to like Sheila. When they was going to sleep, Sheila pulled out a new tarp for them to lay on that floor so that they could go to sleep. Sheila likes him. It's little things like that that makes her endearing. She might not be the best, but I just wish that her mom, her dad, and her son were more enthusiastic about it. Because how else do y'all expect to get anything out of this man if y'all treat him like pond scum?
Right.
But whatever. I heard Sheila's mom what? So that's what happened? Because we saw in the preview she's crying and stuff like that. So you think so? Wow. That's only gonna make him stay with her even more. Oh my God, you couldn't have timed this better, Sheila. Run that grift. God. But if our mother did pass away, that's very, very
Right.
sad. That's very sad. Does David have yellow teeth or am I wrong? Yeah, David needs a very deep cleaning in a lot of areas. Oof. She could be busy with her family or she could have had a learning disability. Huh? Who? Sheila?
I think with these two, this feels genuine. This feels her reactions. I
Mm-hmm.
felt for her. I felt for her family. I'm like, I hope their TLC checks are coming in soon to where they can get up out of
Mm-hmm.
there because I want to see them make it because Dave was like, he's all, I'm kind of disappointed that she didn't believe in me enough to share this with me. But he's all, we're in this together and I need her to trust me.
Let me tell you, if her mother dies next week, TLC better had given them a grieving bonus or some shit. They better had found an excuse to find a way to cut a check to give something to her. Cause that's like hitting jackpot on the slots. You don't anticipate something like that, but if it happens and they allow you to film, TLC, I hope y'all cut her a check because you know they don't like to pay the foreigners.
Yeah, it's always
Find
been
a
like that.
fucking way and pay her. Um, that interpreter was not staying there. No, no, I don't think she was.
No.
Do you think Sheila has a bun in the oven? Sheila ever had a belly? Go back to when she was meeting him at the airport in that yellow dress. She had a belly. And I think she has very poor posture, you know? Or pay for the funeral. Yeah. Something. Something. Um learning sign language.
Oh, the reason why Sheila hasn't learned sign language.
True. True. I think that the interpreter, I think she comes from a bit more privileged background than Sheila does. She probably has advanced education. Um, and like I said, I think she has an ear for language. However, Sheila could do better than learning 3 signs. She didn't even know what David's name was in sign language. She was looking at him like she was stupid when he was saying what his name was. She thought that it was spelling it out instead of like what he did the sign.
Right.
Sorry. She was looking at him like, what? How you talking to a man for all this time and you don't know how to say his name?
That should have been the first sign you learned.
Exactly. How do I say your name? But she know how to say honey. Why you know how to say honey? Because you don't want to remember his name? Like, I only say honey if I don't remember your name.
Because maybe never mind. I
You
was gonna
know,
say
say it because I'm not going to be the only one on here saying all of the bad things for people to say that I'm mean. Say it because I know what you want to say.
because honey could be anybody.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
mean,
And she was shuffling her men.
Exactly.
Mm,
She need to
mm,
learn.
mm,
She
mm.
need to learn Dave. She didn't need to learn David until he got over there.
Exactly. And she was
That's
looking
her.
at him strange. And he was like, "This is how I say my name." She didn't get it.
Mm-mm.
Like that's shocking to me.
And here, and she also said, "Oh, I didn't know your name had a sign." I'm like, "Oh no."
But here's the thing, a name is so personal and you're calling
Right.
this man your boyfriend and you don't know how to say his name. That's like me sitting up here after all of these years calling Jamal Jamal. That's insulting. And Jamal would have every right to curse me out. I don't know. I don't know. Agree for funeral. So y'all think that they should help pay for a funeral? I think they should too. It ain't gonna cost that much. You can learn a lot of signs in a month. You can. I think I'm language illiterate, to be quite honest. Hold on. That could not have been me in that real life mousetrap. Shit.
I've been scared of falling through. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm a fluffy girl. I wouldn't have gone up them steps. I'm sorry. I'd have fell through by step 4. And then I would have got tetanus and died. Um, you can learn a lot of signs in a month. Okay, yes. Oh, sorry, I'm repeating. You would have thought he would have showed her the sign for his name. She should have asked. She should have asked. I just don't understand. I went to school with a lot of people with learning disabilities. That first thing pop in my head. Oh, name Michael too. Okay. At least the alphabet. Yep. Yep. It's interesting. And I know in our mod chat that Black Lavender was kind of not here for the 1990s pinball machine, but I thought it was a smart gift for the little boy because one, there's no guarantee that there's electricity,
Right.
and you don't have to buy batteries so that you upset that she has to spend her money on food, not on batteries for this. I thought it was a brilliant gift. It
Look, I
did.
had one of those old school type pinball games. It
Mm-hmm.
was super. I think it was Super Mario, and I played many an hour on that game with that pinball on that pinball.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very smart gift.
Yeah. Even though he likes pinball machines and he wanted to like relate with the kid, it was perfect because it didn't need electricity or
Right.
batteries and he could still play with it. I thought it was perfect. um yeah, it was super cute. Hold on. The dad was acting weird because David was deaf, but so is his wife. Wait, the wife was deaf too? Oh.
I didn't know the wife. I didn't know her mom was deaf. I thought that because she said she was born hearing, but then she stuck something in her ear and popped her eardrum.
Right.
I didn't know her mother was deaf.
Wow. But it seems like they have an issue with people who are like hard of hearing or have like
Right.
senses deficiencies,
Right.
um over there. But oh wow, that puts a different spin on things. That puts a totally different spin on things. Um Hold on. And daughter, wife is hard of hearing. Sheila had to yell. Oh, yes, she did. She yelled in the mother's ear. That is right. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
She cupped her hands and was yelling in the mom's ear. What a piece of shit that dad is. Oh, well. And why he couldn't get a hearing aid for the mom? Maybe that's why Sheila's always covering up her hearing aid so that the father wouldn't make fun of her, too.
Hmm.
She is uber conscious of that thing not being shown. Interesting. Thank you, Ryan. Great point. Oh my God. Hold on. A colleague of mine is deaf, but she can read my lips. She uses a cochlear implant. We can talk together with her, reading my lips and answering back.
That's so
He
cool.
mentioned that he didn't know how to read lips. I wish he would have learned that. He went to a deaf school. Why didn't they teach
Yes.
him that? Because it would help him get along in society better if he could read lips. She was screaming in her ear. Yep, yep. And those cochlear implants, those are amazing things. They really are. You see those videos online with the babies who get their glasses for the first time or get their hearing aids for the first time, and they see or hear their moms and dads for the first time, and they start crying. That's so cute. Aw, warm and fuzzy. Anywho, we went through all of these yabos. Um, I am not looking forward to next week. Now that y'all told me this, I'm not looking forward to next week. That's gonna be messed up. Ugh. Anywho, that was the end of the episode. We went through all 6 of these wastes of times. Join us again in a couple of minutes. Give us a few minutes to change up. We're going to be doing, what are we doing? Match Me Abroad. And we'll go through that real quick. All right. Bring your notes. Come on back. And Jamal, any final thoughts today?
No, we're good.
All right, then. We'll see you back here soon. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.